Like, I even have those albums. Oh god. Oh god. Hair, get out of my ear.
He's in bloom, bird, I know, that's very disappointing. I am so sorry. But it is time for the show about things. That's a really good song. I'm kind of sad that
we had
that
to
was right on top of the
short.
1 o'clock hour. But welcome to the show about things on 88.5 WMUW The Edge. I am Samurai Clyde.
And I am the cat.
And I'm Josephine.
So there we go. The whole gang's here, and any views and opinions shared on the show are ours and ours alone, so they are in no correlation to the WMUW Cromwell Communications Department, WMUW as a whole, or the radio station, or anything like that. They're just ours. So, there we go. So, first off, guess who finally joined the rest of the world?
It's me! I've seen Deadpool now!
Yay! It's so great!
It really is. It's amazing.
So, we're gonna go spoiler free.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That's the best way to do that.
Sake of our viewers. And I know we talk about it. We talk about it every freaking week, but
it's so good.
Yeah. But the thing is, you've finally seen it now.
Yes.
So I want to know what your thoughts are on the movie.
Well, it honestly held up to the source material very well. I mean, there are obvious differences just because, comic book adaptation to movie, you're not going to carry the same things for the same medium. My bad.
Yeah.
But after I watched Deadpool over the weekend, I had just happened to start watching some movies that Ryan Reynolds was in. We didn't plan for that, but it happened, and I saw that he's been training for Deadpool his entire acting career.
Did you watch Blade Trinity?
No, but that's basically Deadpool there.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said he pretty much plays the same character.
No, we actually ended up watching Waiting, and his humor there. He's just Deadpool.
Yeah,
it's great.
I can see that, and the way I saw it with you Sunday.
Yes
and that was the second time myself and Chelsea Face, and I have seen it, and so I really got to kind of the humor's so fast in it that sometimes
you miss something. Yeah.
So there's some things that I caught the second time around, but to me it more sunk in that it really is a feel good movie, just in the same way that like the Avengers and things like that are.
It had a similar feeling to it. It made me feel the same way that Guardians of the Galaxy did.
Yeah, but the thing is like it's not family friendly.
No, not at the least.
And it's not like
don't bring your kids to this. Seriously.
But it's also not potty humor at the same time.
No, it's a clever, dark adult humor.
Yeah. But it is really like a feel good. You'll be laughing the whole time, but it is adult themed.
It's about as graphic, gore wise as Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it's not that gory. Like, to be honest.
But there were just some moments that...
Yeah, there was like 1 or 2 moments in the movie I was like, ooh, that's ooh, okay.
He's a puddle.
He's a big old thick puddle. So what's our music theme for this week?
Our music theme for this week are amazing covers, somewhat. Some of them are going to be better than the originals. In my opinion, I'd say that most of them are.
Most.
That's why
Let's not say all.
I said in my opinion, not in your opinion,
okay.
Mr. Samurai Clyde.
Yeah, but these are our opinions on the show. I just said it. Where these are our opinions.
Oh, not my opinion. Sorry about that. Let me retract that. In our opinion, a lot of these covers are very good, very good.
Okay, so the first one we're going to start out on is
the best cover. Not even arguable. This cover is better than the original. The original creator of the song, after hearing this, said, "Well, that's not my song anymore." And so it's Johnny Cash, Hurt.
Johnny Cash, Hurt. Not 9 Inch Nails anymore, apparently. So, there we go. going on? Welcome back to the show about things on 88.5 WMUW The Edge. I am Samurai Clyde.
And I am the cat.
And I think I'm Chelsea Faith.
I don't know what that was.
Alright.
But anyways, we got more stuff to talk about. Chelsea Face, what happened this week in the world of the Pokemans?
Oh God, okay. So, the most amazing thing ever created in the history of mankind hit its 20th birthday.
Yes, it did.
And, you know,
That's Pokemon for those who...
obviously.
Yeah, okay.
And so they released this little 5-minute Pokemon Direct thing from Nintendo, and it seemed at first just to be a reminiscent video about all of the games throughout the years, and it was really beautiful and cute, and how they showed all the kids bonding and parents bonding and stuff. And then at the very end of it, they showed the logos of these 2 new games they're talking about releasing. Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon.
Pokemon Moon.
I nearly died. And, we'll talk about it in a minute, but
Yes.
it did show some very revealing things in the trailer.
You know, every time I see a trailer like that that's like showing all the old games leading up to possibly a new game, I always get really untrusting, like suspicious.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Because
well,
I remember when everyone was wanting a Final Fantasy VII remake and it wasn't actually in the works yet. Or at least it hasn't been publicized. And there was some conference, and they did a trailer like that, and it showed like the old Final Fantasy VII, and it's just like something new. It's going to be amazing, blah blah blah. And they showed this video, and it showed the old Final Fantasy VII, and everyone in the crowd, you can tell, was expecting it to go from old to like the new.
Right.
Making it,
Like
and it's
at
going
least
to
a
be
couple of screenshots.
yeah, like it's going to be amazing. Look at how beautiful it is. But it was actually, at the end of the thing, it was actually just a remaster of the PS1 port of Final Fantasy VII, which...
You could feel the disappointment.
yeah.
like the whole crowd's excitement just dwindled. Like, it was really funny just to see, individually in the crowd, people's hope fade away.
Right,
Yeah,
it really
was
kind of just
sad.
threw a wet blanket over the fire of the crowd. It's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of people who say that Final Fantasy VII shouldn't exist.
Oh,
or
wow, that's-
not shouldn't exist, but that
Whew,
it shouldn't get a remake.
No, I'm excited for the remake.
Yeah, I
But
think it's gonna be great.
back on this Pokemon's
yeah.
bad
Off the
bandwagon.
Sorry.
You and your Final Fantasies.
Okay.
No. Back on the Pokemon bandwagon, though, on the day, not yesterday, but on the day that they released that video, it was the 20th anniversary, they also released Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow for the Virtual Console on the 3DS.
Yes.
And that it's just the exact port of those games.
With the
And-
missing no and everything.
With the
Yeah.
missing no and everything.
And
Does it destroy your system?
Maybe, I don't know, I'm scared.
everybody, this is the thing. Okay, let me get into that. It's actually pretty funny. They're making it so that when you play these games, you can put them in the Pokebank, which is a system like a bank that you can put Pokemon into, and you
Pokebank.
can later remove them. I think I'm getting there. And you can remove them and use them in your new games. And people are like, "Is Missing No going to be able?"
That's
to be
what
put
I
into
was
the Pokebank?
thinking. What would happen if you played Missing No in like
Would he
Pokemon
turn
X?
into something, or would he ruin your game, or
Oh.
would he be even depositable?
Maybe he would just be a random Pokemon. That would be neat.
What if he was a legendary?
Ooh.
That would be amazing.
Like the 2 that haven't really been revealed yet.
That's
Like they,
true.
Like they put it in the code to make him turn into that.
Because through Red, Blue, and Yellow, these ones, you can trade, but only into Sun and Moon. Like
I
you'll
would
be able
be
to
so
trade up to
scared.
Sun and Moon.
I would be so scared. I would wait for someone else to do it first.
Oh, obviously.
yeah, someone's going to record the process.
Yeah.
I know, but it's just like, because it's either going to be amazing or it's just going to completely just brick their 3DS.
Ugh.
But I want to tell you some of the things that I found out about this game just from looking at it myself and watching other people frame by frame break down this
the
trailer.
different images they give you. Yes. Okay.
Okay, so they first showed, just the typical logos, and then they showed, all the typical things they usually do, like some scenery and stuff.
Right.
They quickly showed the process, I guess. Someone was making a new Pokemon.
Yes, yeah, I saw
It
that
was
as
a
well.
bird. And if you look at it, it's of course in like a model.
Mhm.
It's just like an outline, basically. It looks kind of like, there's usually a bird in the first
Yeah.
route that you go.
Yeah.
It looked kind of like which one was it? It looked like the one from 6th Gen. I can remember its name. Anyways,
That
it
the
looked like
Firebird
that
thing,
one,
right?
but fletchling. They think
Yes.
it looked more like a woodpecker, and that they
Ooh.
had heard that it was going to be based off of a woodpecker this time.
That'd be cool.
So it kind of looked like a mixture of fletchling and Torchic, in my opinion. Just looking at its, I know this is very uninteresting to some people, but I'm very interested. And then in the next frame, they were talking about new things, and for a brief second, you see vehicles.
Yes, and you see vehicles, and you see something in the bed of that truck.
You see Pokemon in the backs of these vehicles, meaning that you can probably move around.
Maybe, possibly, maybe.
But they had so many detailed drawings. I'm thinking that you're going to be able to drive.
Yeah, I know. It looked like
and
the character.
transport things.
It looked like
Vehicles
there
confirmed.
was a player character in the passenger or driver seat of that.
Firebirds and trucks confirmed. Woodpecker confirmed.
So not only do they think, okay, there's obviously new Pokemon coming in. 2, we're probably going to be able to drive in
Mhm.
several different vehicles.
Mhm.
Also, there was a mobile Pokemon Center. So they're thinking that Nurse
There
Joy is going to be an
was.
ambulance, and they're going to be mobile Pokemon centers.
Weird.
That'd be neat.
I remember the first time I played a Pokemon game was about a year and a half ago because I didn't get to play Pokemon or watch it as a kid. I had Digimon, which is like the poor man's Pokemon.
I wouldn't say that quite, but yeah.
But
We won't say which one came first.
in any case, so I finally got around to playing Pokemon, and it was Sapphire, but it was before Omega Sapphire. It was the original, and I was playing it on emulator on my phone, and I remember I said some very strange things playing Pokemon, which I would never say in real life. I found myself, Chelsea walks in and I'm playing, and I say, "Fall in love with me, you stupid bird!" And
So were you
I would
playing-
never say that.
Wait,
ever.
were you playing that what was that? That dating sim?
No, I was Skivvy.
No, so you
Skitty.
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 Yeah.
so you weren't playing that bird dating sim?
Skitty. No, I was not playing.
Hatful boyfriend.
Hatuful boyfriend. Hatuful boyfriend. If you haven't, oh my god, that's the most ridiculous game in quotation marks
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
It
You
has very high ratings.
you date
Mhm.
birds. But in any case,
He was trying to get his Skitty to use like a track.
Right. and-
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
bird.
But it was that.
Oh darn.
Yeah.
I know how that can
It
be.
just wouldn't love me.
Well, if you want birds to love you, finish that joke yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
I got one more thing from the trailer though.
Okay, go ahead.
Don't sound so enthused.
Can they bend over? Can they bend over, Chelsea?
Shut up.
They kneeled down.
They had
They
a
bent over.
building,
A
and
building?
everyone saw this because they stayed on this frame a little bit longer than usual.
Mhm.
It was a building that looked kind of like a gym,
Yes.
but there
yes.
was a girl in front of it who looked like a trainer from a past game with a duffel bag. And then there was also a trainer standing next to her that looked like Red. So from an older game and a newer game, there were 2 people. One of them had a duffel bag, meaning it could possibly be a hotel. So they're thinking you're going to be able to transfer from different regions in this game.
Oh.
Like characters from different games can
That
go into
So-
other
Sounds
games.
amazing.
So you could play as the girl from X and Y
Yes.
in this one.
Possibly.
Yeah, that's cool.
And you
That's
can
what it's
go-
looking like.
They don't think it's going to have enough space on the cartridge, of course, to get
Mhm.
to like the first to the last, region. But they're thinking at least 2 to 3 regions. You'll kind of like in Silver, Gold, and Crystal, you could go between 2 different regions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like on a train or something.
That'd be cool. I've been waiting for this to come back.
Yeah, they think that's what that image was. Some people think it's just a water gym, but I don't know why the girl would have like a duffel bag or something.
Yeah. No. This
So
sounds exciting.
that's really exciting.
To me.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
me.
I'm getting
and
moon.
me for those who went to Charlie Brown.
Which one are
Um,
you getting?
I'm gonna have to look at the Pokemon list. Like they'll have to release more before I make a decision.
I think I've already decided moon.
So what's the difference between red and blue? I want to know. Can you show me?
I mean, I can't really show you, but okay. One of them has a Charizard on the cover.
Okay.
One of them has a Blastoise on the cover.
Okay.
And
All right.
The preset names for characters are different,
All right.
Yeah.
and there are specific Pokemon that are not in each
So
game.
that's the difference, is that there's different Pokemon.
Mostly.
Like it's some of them are in both, some of them are only in one.
Well, some are harder to get. Like some regions, like let's say you have the same grass plot in each game coded
Mhm,
the same,
mhm.
but maybe the Pokemon that you're looking for is a little bit harder to find. Like the percentage is lower in some is
Mhm.
higher.
And then there are specific Pokemon like Arcanine Growlithe and Vulpix that Growlithe is in red and Vulpix is in blue.
Nintendo is always
Well,
so strange and different.
but
it
it works for them because
I guess because they make double the money.
Well, no, not exactly. It gets people to
Interact with each other.
yeah. I'm not gonna get blue. I've just been getting anything that I couldn't get otherwise from Gavin
Okay.
Yeah,
on
like
his cartridge.
Even if you do have the money, you can of course go buy both games and then have 2 DSs or whatever.
Pokemon's for people with friends.
Yeah, it's
Samurai Clyde.
The guy who made it, you know, of course they want to make money, but you know, I truly believe they do want people to interact with each other, especially with Wonder Trade being a thing now, and this possible hotel thing, and then adding languages to it.
So-
So I think it is kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't hold much of a vendetta, but Chelsea Face, did we buy Pokemon X?
I did.
Did we buy Pokemon Y?
You did.
I
We bought.
did I play Pokemon Y
for
at
like
all?
A minute, for like a minute.
I didn't play that at all.
Oh, well, I played
Like
it for
yeah,
a minute.
you played it. I
played X more than anything,
yeah. So
but I did not buy.
I didn't
did
buy
not-
Y.
I didn't buy Omega Ruby.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, like, they're a business, and, you know, you gotta make, it's not a bad thing for a business to want to make money. I just hope that they really are putting the most that they can into each game, instead of holding back and, like, giving you, like, just a little bit, even though they could give you a lot more. You know what I mean?
No, I see what you're saying, but
Yeah.
no, I mean, the games hold up. They give you enough. They
Yeah.
give you what you need.
Yeah, and especially with like I feel like with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and then the original Sapphire and Ruby and Emerald, they were different stories, kind of. Like, you know, they melted together, but in one they're the bad guys and they're the good guys, and then it's swapped.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see how they are changing that, and then with the newer versions they're adding after stories.
Right.
So it's not just the different content, it's the extra content.
Well, alright, well, back to Final Fantasy VII.
Okay.
Because ever since y'all cut me off, I've had this question in my mind.
Oh.
You know that it's going to be episodic, right?
Yes,
So, do you think that's a good thing?
I
or
do. I think
bad?
it's good. I think that will give them the chance, they're going to be expanding on each section of the
Yeah,
game.
because
Basically.
an up to date by our high and mighty standards
Mhm.
of what a Final Fantasy VII game should be compared to what it was on PS1. It
Exactly.
took 3 discs on PS1.
Yeah.
And there's no way. There's no way it would all fit on 10 disc. Like it would be insane.
No, yeah, exactly. I
And,
think episodic is the best way for them to do this.
And like what I'm excited for is the Golden Saucer episode. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? The casino and
Oh, yes, yes.
I think that should have an episode all to itself.
I completely agree. I think it will. It should.
Yeah.
It probably will.
I think it's gonna like with Chocobo racing and all
Oh,
kinds
man.
of great stuff in it.
Let's hope they put that much detail into it.
Yeah,
It looks like they are.
no, it looks
From
amazing.
everything I've seen so far.
From what I've seen so far, it looks fantastic.
Cool.
I'm really excited for it. I just hope it's not too short with it being episodic.
With each episode.
Yeah, but you know,
No, I'd wager
depends on
that.
how much they like. If they sold it for like, if it was
Imagine.
if it was 4 hours and they sold it for like $30, I think that
Exactly.
would be.
Imagine if each episode though was its own $60 game.
That's what I'm scared of.
No, but imagine
It was worth it.
exactly.
Well, if it
imagine
was worth it, yeah.
If each episode had $60 worth of a game in it.
But if it's $60 for 2 hours of
Yeah,
of
no,
a story
that's not gonna
really.
that's not gonna fly.
Yeah, like that's what I'm scared of.
I'm guessing they'll do some sort of season pass though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You'll
And-
probably pay $100. You'll get the whole thing. plus any DLC they might come up with.
Right, because of course we'll have DLC.
Costumes
Speaking of
and
DLC,
DLC.
Combat Pack 2 came out last night at 11 o'clock. And
Doodly-doo-doo.
it was so hard for me not to play it so far today because I was going to wait for my friends to come over, but it looks like they're not going to because they're not very good friends.
Yeah, he really struggled not to play them. You should have seen him at home.
Wah. I'm just going to wah on my soapbox right now.
So Gavin, if you're listening to this, which we know you aren't, you horrible, horrible friend, we are upset with you.
Yeah, so I'm going to be playing that tonight, but here's the thing. I complained a while back.
Oh, really? You complained?
Yeah, on the very
It's like
first.
you know him.
All right, so that's been a good show, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Okay.
So on the very first episode we ever did, before we even had Chelsea Face on,
Yes. Yes, we did.
I was talking about Mortal Kombat XL.
Yes, I remember that.
Yes, and oh my goodness, that's like all up in my head. Okay, so the thing I was upset about is the fact that when you pre-order Mortal Kombat XL, you get these 2 costumes that you don't get access to if you don't pre-order Mortal Kombat XL, right?
Yes.
And I was really upset about that because it's like you're selling this whole thing. It's like, well, if you've waited this long, you can buy this one thing that has all the DLC. It's the complete edition, you know, it has everything, but you need to pre-order it to get these 2 extra things.
So the people
and
who
that,
were
and
loyal
it made it,
and bought it at first don't
Yeah.
get it.
and I understand that as a business practice. It's kind of like seeing a movie in theaters. It's like you can
Right.
pay this extra money to see the movie now, or you could wait and get
all these cool features.
Yeah, and get all the featurettes and all this stuff and have it forever. Like, I understand that, and I'm not mad about that. What I was mad about is the fact that I wouldn't have access to these 2 costumes, even though I didn't really care about the costumes. But it's just the principle of the thing. It's like,
couldn't
Wait,
buy them
so
later.
so you're complaining about something that you don't even want?
yeah, but here's the thing.
America.
Well, they are pretty cool costumes, but
Right.
to me, costumes are not something that changes a game.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right,
It's just an aesthetic
So
thing.
they're not offering to let you buy them after.
But here's the thing. Last night when all the stuff downloaded automatically,
What downloaded with it?
the costumes.
Oh, looks like someone was complaining and mad and crying over something.
I didn't cry. I never shed a tear.
Ed Boon doesn't love me.
Red Boone, I'm sure you're listening. So
All right, well, thanks, Ed Boon. Good job for listening to our first show and fixing that so we would no longer hate
yeah,
you.
so yeah, I got those last night with
We
it.
never hated you, Ed
But
Boon.
like, but here's the weird thing. Like, there's
Oh,
a few
weird
DLC.
thing. Mm-hmm.
There's a few DLC packages that I never got.
Right.
Just because I wasn't really interested in them. There's one that was like a Brazil pack, and it made made Kung Lao into like a mariachi band looking thing.
That's pretty
And
cool.
then it made
I like that.
They just had a costume.
and then it made like Johnny Cage into a soccer player. Like, it was really strange.
Right.
But so I didn't feel like putting money into it. So
Right.
It's like
It's not something you
It's
really
not something I really
felt.
want. But it came, like, pretty much any DLC I didn't buy came in last night when my Combat Pack 2 came in.
Good stuff.
So they pretty much gave me everything that I hadn't got up to that point.
That's really cool.
Which I was like,
Like, they appreciate you.
yeah, but I wish I would have known that
well, yeah, but
beforehand. But yeah, I do appreciate it. It's
But
like,
if that were the case, then the people who are actually buying it for the first time at the XL will be like, oh, but I want all that too.
oh, they get it.
Well,
They get all the deals.
yeah, no, but I could see them getting mad because you didn't buy the extra big old thing. But
But I still got it.
exactly, yeah.
But I bought all the DLC leading up to that point.
Did they
I
get-
spent more money than they had.
Did they
Well,
get Baraka,
so-
though?
Nobody gets Baraka.
Except you?
Well, PC players can mod it.
Well, you know who was the dude that you could get if you pre-ordered it?
Oh, Bo
Goro-
Raicho.
Goro,
No,
Goro.
Yeah, I get their names mixed
Oh,
up.
Goro. Yeah, you can buy Goro at any time.
Okay, I didn't
Oh,
know that.
but we get them for free because you got it. Day
I-
one.
But yeah,
thought
day
that
one
was
edition gets
exclusively.
Well, yeah, that's exclusively free for.
It's exclusively free if you
Okay.
pre-order it, but you can buy it later on.
Yeah.
See, I get their names mixed up when they're similar.
I wish they would release.
Goro.
Oh wait, no, they can't release Baraka because
He's not.
story things.
You gotta admit they're similar.
Well, other people die in the story, and they're still in the game.
Spoilers.
I didn't say who. People die in Mortal Kombat.
Fatality.
So
No, okay. That was good.
But yeah, okay. So I think it's song time.
I'm glad. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
What you want to hear?
good stuff. Let me take a look-see over here and see which ones. I say let's just go with some Marilyn Manson right now.
Okie dokie. Talk.
Talk. This is me talking. Marilyn Manson did a fantastic cover in my opinion, of Sweet Dreams. Which
Okay, stop talking.
Okay, well, fine.
Welcome back to 88.5 WMUW The Edge. Yay!
It's a show about things!
Miss Piggy, you need to get off the air right now. No! It's Pigs in Space now.
Don't say.
Kirby, this is my show!
What is happening right now? Okay.
This is the show about things where we become Muppets, but not really. That's trademark, not by
Yeah,
us.
Not by us.
No,
Okay.
no royalties paid.
Yeah. No affiliation.
Yeah.
Okay, so Oscars happened.
Yeah, Oscar the Grouch. We got off. We're not doing Sesame Street, man. We just finished the Muppets.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about. I'm just being bad.
Okay, so Oscars happened and some stuff happened. It was kind of uneventful, but at the same time it was.
I was watching
It was
Deadpool.
nice.
I didn't watch it. We were watching Deadpool when the Oscars happened.
Yeah, well, I caught up on it.
Really got up on it.
caught up on it because I have a show and responsibilities. So,
Thank you, Chase Face.
okay, so, the big news is that Oscar.
The Grouch.
No, I was about to say Oscar
The
DiCaprio.
Oscars.
The Leonardo DiCaprio got himself an Oscar.
All right.
Okay, so I'm happy for him.
Yes,
I
very.
think he deserves it. I haven't seen The Revenant.
I
but
want to, but
I want to,
Yeah.
but you know,
time, money,
I've heard
Yeah.
fantastic things.
Yeah,
about it.
I'll get
I've
it on
also
DVD.
heard that it's
long.
well, it's long and it's very harsh. Like
Yeah.
like he must have went through a lot of stuff to shoot it just
Mhm.
because of
Mm-hmm.
where it was set.
Yeah.
And but I mean, it just goes to show you that if you just pump out enough very critically.
Fantastic movies.
Yeah,
He's been
for
in a
so
lot of
long,
really classic
they have to
stuff.
break down and eventually give you an Oscar. It's like they were backed into a corner this year.
If he hadn't won one, the world would have just killed everyone.
The riots
Yeah,
in the
because-
streets.
Because I mean, it's
Give Leo an Oscar.
it's not like he's the greatest actor that ever lived or anything. But
Right, that's
you know,
Morgan
it's
Freeman.
like it'd be like I don't know, like
You know what's weird when I think of Leonardo DiCaprio?
What's weird, Jonathan?
Okay, here's the thing. When I watch anime,
Yes.
I don't really imagine actors playing the characters because they don't really. It's not that they don't look human, but the way that they're drawn, I don't really associate them with anyone.
You don't associate it with real life.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's
So-
anime.
Yeah. So here's the but there's one character in one show that I associate with an actor,
Okay.
and it's from Yu Yu Hakusho,
Okay.
and it's one of the fighters in the Dark Tournament, and his and I don't know what his name is, but he has like ice powers.
Toya.
And he looks like an anime Leonardo
He
DiCaprio.
does. Yeah.
So he's gonna look it up.
I'm gonna have to do some quick googling just to like.
Touya, Toya.
But so I'm happy for him. I'm happy he got his Oscar. That's awesome.
I am a little bit sad.
But yeah, there is some sadness to come with it because
Only because of the meme.
the meme's dead, and I
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so you see what I mean?
Yeah, just dye his hair green, and he could easily do.
I doubt he would play a role in a live action Yu Yu Hakusho.
You don't know that he could be a giant Yu Yu Hakusho fan.
Just a big old weeaboo is
yeah,
what he is.
I bet he probably really likes Kuwabara. No,
No, I like
He's,
Kuwabara.
he's a Kurama guy.
Yeah, probably.
I'm a Kurama guy.
Well, I know you are. But no,
Kuwabara man myself.
it's Kuwabara for life.
No.
You're a Mishi.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we're just completely nerding out right now. Okay.
Okay, let me.
That's fine.
Back this train up
That's
to
cool.
the Leo thing.
The Leo.
But yeah.
Well, I mean, what's there to talk about? He won one.
No, there's something else that you
What?
didn't mention.
What?
He took a hit of his vape
Oh yeah.
at the Oscars, just sitting in the crowd taking a. You know,
Hey, you
I'm
said
gonna,
you didn't do research,
and I'm gonna take one for him.
so that's nice. Just he goes up to do his environmental speech. He's just like, "The Earth is precious." So yeah, like
And it smells like a basket of fruit.
yeah, he just clouds. It's like these are clouds and they're very precious. You see, I got this sweet mod.
No. I don't know. Leo might be very heavy into the community.
Maybe, I don't know. It's funny. Like
Yeah.
Funny.
that community just tickles me. Like I think it's great. I think it's awesome. It's better than smoking, and it's amusing.
It's part of the reason I know for me that we get so attached to the vape itself is because it did help me to kick cigarettes, which was a giant part of my life that was eating up on my time and senses of smell, to be honest, and money. And this is a lot cheaper, a lot more healthy. I'm just feeling a lot better, and I'm glad it's helped me get through
Yeah.
the addiction.
Probably
Definitely
gonna
as
save
a
your voice,
as
too.
a thespian.
Yes,
Probably
yes.
a good idea.
Yes.
So yeah. Segways and stuff.
Yeah. So boys exist.
Yeah.
And we are boys. We were boys at one time. I'm no longer a
Oh.
boy. I'm now a man, I like to think.
I don't like to be referred to as a boy.
Well, okay. But
Man.
this Australian boy,
Are you gender fluid?
and
Sorry.
this this Australian boy comes up to he goes to this hotel with his family. It was a Melbourne hotel.
Okay.
That's not the brand. Melbourne is a place in Australia. Okay. And he's never seen a vending machine ever in his life.
Okay.
So what happens?
He breaks it and just.
He gets his head stuck in the vending machine.
Oh, that's
How?
beautiful.
Because boys will be boys, and I was a little boy, and it's like there's a little thing that I probably can't fit into.
Okay, how old is he?
I've gotten a.
Let me go back up. He was either 6 or 4. Let me
Okay.
see.
Oh, okay, so he's.
I was thinking like
Tiny.
12.
He 4-year-old boy. Yeah.
Okay, that's
Okay.
understandable.
Well, I mean, when I was that age, I got arms stuck in machines.
Yeah, I used to try to climb up the little.
But like the thing was,
But I've never caught my head.
well, this kid had never seen a vending machine, and he saw some Oreos, and what the Australian people said was their parents
It's
said
Oreos.
Oreos and biscuits.
Oreo.
Now, for those of you that don't know, biscuits are cookies.
Oh.
Yeah. Not here.
And chips or fries.
And shoes or hats. I don't know. But yeah, it just goes to show you that little boys will do stupid things,
Oh yeah, I know that.
regardless of environment.
But here's the thing: you gotta be careful with the whole "boys will be boys" argument.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's not.
Excuse.
Yeah, it's not an excuse, but it's. I have noticed a trend that, and coming from my upbringing, that I did a lot more stupid things that could have gotten me injured, and probably did, than my sister had at my age.
Yeah, men have a higher mortality rate based on themselves than women do.
Yes.
Other than the fact that women have more predators, you know.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So it's themselves that's their own problem.
You heard the joke by Louis C.K.
I've heard a
Where
lot of
he's
jokes
like-
by Louis C.K.
Where he's like, the biggest threat facing women is men, and is heart disease. So it's,
Well, that's pretty messed up.
yeah,
That made me sad.
yeah. I mean, it's just like it's these things that, in order for our species to survive, you have to make families and procreate.
Yeah.
But it is the number one thing that you are in danger of.
Here's a PSA from the cat. Don't be a bad person.
Yeah, there you
it's
go.
not hard.
There you
End of
go.
story.
There you go. All right. There's our little moral of the day. And on to this, a unicorn
Unicorn?
got loose in California. And the cops took 4 hours to catch it.
Okay.
So, okay, here's the thing. It wasn't an actual unicorn, of course.
Dang it.
But, it was a horse with a horn strapped to its head. And it got loose right in the middle of California Highway
Oh.
in Mandara, California. So, they had to use a helicopter to track it down because it's so mysterious and elusive.
It's the very ominous unicorn in the California trafficways.
Last unicorn.
And it still took them about 3.5 hours to catch it.
Can you imagine the traffic reports for that? Just, all right, and you're not going to want to take the I-85. There's a rabid unicorn along that. Just detour through 69.
I love subtle humor in horror movies.
Uh-huh.
One of my favorites is from Cabin in the Woods, and when all the things that could have come out, depending on what they messed with in the cabin, and they're down in the chamber area, and a unicorn comes out and like stabs a guy.
Yeah,
That's funny to me. I don't know.
I love it.
Like,
No, I know you listeners can't see this image that's printed off of this unicorn horse horn, because it's not a unicorn, I guess.
well, it's a unicorn
But-
with one horn.
Yeah. But this horn is very convincing.
Yeah,
To be honest,
pretty.
it's-
Pixie.
I would be ecstatic.
Yeah, I would have gotten excited and tried to ride
Looks
it
like
probably.
Little Sebastian.
Oh,
Oh, little
Sebastian. Okay,
That was
anyways,
interesting.
enough of that.
Here you go.
So yeah,
See,
Okay,
when you
go on.
said unicorn, I thought for a second you were going to say something else about Deadpool, but we're going to leave it at that.
so the woman who owned the horse, owned the pony.
Owned the pony.
Her name was Sandy Booze.
So,
Sandy Booze, Boos, Booze.
booze.
And they didn't give her a citation, but if she let that unicorn loose again, they're going to have to ride her
You're
up.
on a stern talking to coming your
You
way.
can't let your unicorn run free on the highway. That is not
This ain't
acceptable.
my America anymore.
Yeah,
What's the
so-
government coming to try to take away our
Trying
unicorns?
to take away our unicorn horns. Anyways, okay, music time.
music time!
More covers today. This is who originally did this? It was the Whiskey in the Jar. by
Oh, Whiskey in the
Metallica.
Jar. It was actually just the original, I believe, Scottish folk song. Just like a very.
All right, I'm gonna look that up. But here's a Whiskey in the Jar.
All right, well here's Whiskey in
by
the Jar.
Metallica. What's going on, guys? You're listening to the show about things. I am Samurai Clyde.
And I am the cat.
And I'm Chelsea Face.
So now it's time to talk about some stuff that you might be doing, Andy. That is annoying your friends, and you're doing it on your phone.
Hold on, let me get on my phone real quick.
Okay, so
Alright.
4 annoying things you might be doing with your phones.
Hold on, let me just take a quick selfie, if you don't mind.
Alright, here we go. So, just upload it. Upload it to Twitter. Alright,
Uh-huh.
Hashtag it. Hashtag
Like
it.
30 hashtags.
Looks good.
Oh,
Looks
that's
good.
really-
That's the wrong way. And, alright. Selfie. We just took a selfie right here. Alright, so, anywho, here's number 1, and I do this all the time.
I bet you do. Oh
Using
God, I'm already annoyed.
using your speakerphone in public. See, here's the thing. Whenever I went to ICC, There were people that were on their phones all the time. They didn't have headphones, but they would like hold their phone like it was a tiny little boombox
Yep.
and just walk around campus.
Mhm.
And I was like, that's the most pompous thing ever, because it's like you're just forcing your music on everybody. It's like, and maybe some people like it, maybe some people don't, but just to like put it in everyone's face, I just think that's
It's
really-
rude.
Headphones
But-
were invented for a reason.
I don't do that, but I do speak on speakerphone.
Well,
but
some
there's
some phones, I know a lot of the time for a lot of people, your regular audio doesn't work,
mhm.
so they have to speakerphone it.
See, I have a job where I'm outside a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to be on my phone a lot. So I found that I ruined my last phone because I would get sweaty and I would talk on the phone, and the sweat would get on my phone and mess it up,
Ah, makes sense.
right? So ever since I got my new phone, I've just been I pretty much only speak on speakerphone just to keep it off of my face and keep the oils and sweat and whatnot nasties off my face and on my
Right.
phone, because you can't see it, but I have a very nasty face.
No, you sweat. You sweat like a man. It's not nasty.
So here we go. Number
You-
2, and this is true. This is true of Chelsea Face.
Oh no.
Leaving your keyboard sound effects on, right?
What's
So-
wrong with that?
Because
It's
when
just-
you're sitting in a place and all you hear is
Or like it's like 1 in the morning and someone texts you and you're lying there and you hear.
Well, blame my boss.
Okay, well I'm not mad. I'm just saying that I'm
he's just
associating.
slightly
I'm
annoyed.
associating this to different people.
Nah.
Oh.
And here's one that I'm sure you and the cat will appreciate, including too many people in a group text.
What are you talking about, man?
I hate group text.
That's the worst thing.
Especially when it's something that they know you care nothing about.
Yeah, yeah.
I was added in one on Facebook the other day by someone I know. And I don't know why they put me in it. They are young enough to know better, but I don't know, like, it was something I obviously have no interest in,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
and I just immediately removed myself and didn't even comment.
Oh, I know a lot of the time our work group chat gets just blown up with so much
Insane.
stuff, and I'm just like, oh, no, please stop. I don't have time to
Sometimes-
care about all this right now.
Sometimes it's just pictures. It's
Yeah.
like useless jargon.
See, and this happens to me all the time. Like, especially when you find a new social media. Like when Twitter first happened, like people would tag everyone or I would follow everyone on Twitter and get like automatic updates to my phone, and it would just be like doo doo, and it's like haha, my best friend just said something funny and now I see it and it makes me laugh. But then they would just start, like, them and another friend of mine would just start going on and on and on and on and on and on and on, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and I would end up having like 5,000
And that was before
messages.
you could tag people.
Right.
So it just went to everyone you
yeah,
followed.
and it was ridiculous. And now we moved on to Facebook, got Facebook Messenger, right? So, and it's like I'll
And
be
Messenger
in a
brought
I'll-
in giant groups.
yeah, I'll be in a group message. Maybe it's for something mandatory that we need, like a group project in school or something. And then, but all your friends are in there, so instead of like messaging each one individually, you'd go in and just message the group. Ha ha ha, we're having a good time, blah blah blah. But then a few people just start doing something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That doesn't involve the whole group, and now you have like 5,000 messages that you know.
Garbage.
And so to me, it just seems like it happens with every new social media that comes through.
Yeah.
There's
I can
always
see that.
this time period of just like ha ha ha, and then it's just like, oh my god, stop. And this last one I don't really know much about because I don't have an iPhone. But teasing someone with the text bubble and then not sending the message, right?
That's a thing. People do that on purpose.
I don't know if they do it on purpose, but it's something that they do, and it's annoying.
No, I had this sent to me and then I lost the image of it. But it was a small image of the iPhone, like 3 little dots going.
Uh-huh.
That it was just an image, and the shading worked in a way that the trick of the eyes, it made the dots look like they were moving. So I just send that to people, and they'd sit there for an hour looking like I was typing
You
some
are such
big
a
long
troll.
paragraph. Yeah,
Oh,
big
man.
long paragraph for an hour. No,
That's-
big long story. Yes.
And it just comes back, okay.
No, it doesn't go at all, and then eventually they send just like, did you break my phone? It's like, no, that's just an image.
I'm gonna add some to this. I hate my boss does this so much, and it just drives me insane. because I'll have like this really long, complicated problem I need to tell him about.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll give him a call, because over call I can talk to him for like a minute,
Right,
and then
get
it'll be
the information
over,
done.
and that's it. So I'll give him a call, and then after 2 rings, it'll go to, this person isn't there, and that means that he ignored it. And then I'll get a text like, "What's up?" And I'm like, "Just answer your phone." It would be so much easier.
They
So now,
force you to send
Well,
a
so now I have to write this
paragraph.
thesis with like 3.5 paragraph, just explaining
would
all
you,
this.
It's not always the case that they're ignoring you. Would you rather say they're sitting there in the bathroom? Would you rather them answer the phone while they're in the bathroom?
No, but it's every time.
Yeah.
It's every time.
Yeah, it's too frequent.
So anything happen to y'all that annoys you over phone? People do.
Let me see. Well, I've been using a phone for a while. You don't know that. I haven't been using the phone that long. But when it is the worst when you are having a discussion and the person just sends yeah
Yeah.
or
Oh,
okay.
so one-sided conversations.
Yeah.
You're like trying to hold it.
Yeah.
I haven't dealt with that much since I got out of the dating pool. I used
Yeah.
to deal with that a
Yeah.
lot though.
And it's like, fine, I'm just gonna stop talking.
Yeah, that kind of shows your compatibility, though.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
true.
like,
That's true.
If you can't hold a conversation with someone, it might not. Or if it's just like, yeah, what do you want? Cheeseburger. Cool.
You know what I used
Cheeseburger
to do?
emoji.
Oh,
What'd you used to do, chest face?
When I was in the time of my life when I was trying to court and or be courted, I would play a game with every guy I was interested
We used to play
in.
basketball a lot.
No.
Oh.
I would play the question game.
Oh, yeah, it's
This
good.
is a good thing for anyone who's
It's a good
How do
icebreaker,
I-
good way to meet,
yeah.
get
how
to
do
know
I
your
know
person.
if me and this person would even get along that well, like other than just knowing each other?
Mm-hmm.
You start off with simple things like, hey, what's your favorite food,
Mhm.
and then you get, a little darker, not like bad, but you get a little deeper as
A bit more
if
serious.
they keep answering your questions, and then if they ask them back, then they at least care about communicating with you.
Yes.
And then also with the depth of the questions could depend on where your relationship goes. Do you remember me doing this to you?
I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I
And you don't have to get dirty and gross with it. Like, that's not the point.
You don't
Just get-
have to.
I mean, some people's relationships develop differently than others. I'm not going to deny that.
Mm.
But if you are uncomfortable with getting intimate over a text message, which is totally normal, then you can just.
I would recommend not doing that.
Well, I mean, everyone's an adult and they
Yeah.
can take care of themselves.
Yeah, I know, but still. It's just, I don't know.
But it is good to know what you're getting into. If you're serious, if you're just looking for someone to date for a month, that's totally different. But if you're looking for something serious, like I've never dated that way, then yeah, ask some seriously personal questions.
Let's see. No, you're fine. I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
Thinking out
Just
loud.
thinking.
Uh,
No, but that is the best way to move along.
Because
conversation.
you know after a week if that's going to work.
Yeah.
By the answers.
You think guys and girls date differently, Kat?
I mean, I've never dated a guy, so probably.
I don't know about that.
I hate you. Oh man.
I've dated guys.
So, like, I don't know. I just think it's very strange. I feel like, I don't know. It's time for a song. I'm gonna collect my thoughts. So here we go. Next, I'm gonna choose this one. It's,
Oh,
since you've
even
been
the-
gone, that Pop Goes Punk.
Woo!
A Day to Remember
Yeah.
cover
It's like 2
from
o'clock.
Kelly Clarkson. So yeah. All right. In fact, it is 2:00. So you know what? This is good.
Okay.
It's fine.
This is
it's
good.
a good closing off point.
This is a good show.
Yeah, it went.
We
So
got
thanks.
so carried, huh?
So thanks for listening. And these are our thoughts and our thoughts alone. Once again, not in any association to WMEW, the Cromwell Communications Department, or anything of the sort. They are ours, and you can't have them.
That's right. But if you agree with our thoughts, they're your thoughts as well.
No, if you want to have them, you can join our fan club. It's just $5, so you can get a Facebook. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, thanks for listening, and we'll see you back here.
We won't really
next-
see them.
We'll
Yeah,
just talk
well,
to you from the
Talk
side.
to you from a room
From
far
the
away
from the safety of our moon base.
yeah
We're
yeah.
on the moon right now.
So, Yeah, see you next week. This is Since You've Been Gone, the Kelly Clarkson cover by Day to Remember.
Woo!
Bye.
Bye.